Indian freedom struggle. Dear children, in this chapter we will study about the exploitation of Indians by the Britishers after the revolt of 1857. The partition of Bengal in 1905. The beginning of armed revolution by Indians and the freedom struggle between 1800 and 1916. The revolt of 1857 made the people of India realize the injustice of British rule and the value of freedom. They became more and more dissatisfied with the British rule. The educated Indians began to realize that the British government wanted to keep the Indians poor and backward. They felt the need for an organization which would help in educating the Indians about the policies of the British. As a result, the Indian National Congress was founded. So all these educated people came together in 1885 and formed the Indian National Congress. The British were worried about the growing feeling of nationalism among Indians. They realized that if the people of India got united, they could easily throw them out. So, in 1905, they decided to divide Bengal into two parts, one for the Hindus and the other for the Muslims. As at that time the feeling of nationalism was the strongest in Bengal. The Indians protested strongly against the division of Bengal. So ultimately the opposition to the partition of Bengal was successful and the British were forced to reunite it again. The boycott movement in Bengal in 1905. This was one of the most important part of the protest. It had a simple principle. The British made goods were boycotted and people were asked to buy Indian made goods. The British made goods were thrown out into bonfires. The schools were established where the traditional education system was followed. This movement spread to other parts of India, and finally, as a result, many textile mills, handlooms, soap and matchbox factories were opened in Bengal to produce goods to meet the needs of Indian people. After the partition of Bengal, many revolutionary groups were formed in different parts of the country. They believed in fighting the British using arms. Many of them willingly sacrificed their lives to gain independence. The important revolutionaries were Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Sukhdev, Rajguru, Udham Singh and many others. The movement was not very successful. Since it used the violent means of protest, it was not joined by the general masses.